Ukrainian President Zelensky to Putin's peace offer.
Provincial Party Secretary surveyed and exchanged experiences on port development in Hamburg, Germany.
An increase in sea freight rates, a burden for export businesses.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news. I am Hoàng Yến, and here we go, the first headline of the show. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has described the terms Russian President Vladimir Putin outlined for ending the conflict between the two countries as an ultimatum to Ukraine and as such unacceptable.
On June 14th, during a meeting with the leadership of the Russian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, President Vladimir Putin outlined the conditions that should be met in order to immediately halt hostilities and begin peace talks. These conditions include a withdrawal of Ukrainian forces from Russia's new territories, which should be internationally recognized, a promise by Kiev not to join NATO or seek to obtain nuclear weapons, and the lifting of sanctions on Russia. President Putin also warned that if Kiev and the West refused the proposal, they would be responsible for the continued bloodshed, while the situation on the battlefield would continue to change, not in favor of the Kiev.
South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa has been re-elected by lawmakers for a second time, hours after his African National Congress and the Democratic Alliance agreed to form a coalition, setting aside their rivalry in a historic governance pact.
The votes are as follows.
Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa, the leader of the African National Congress, won convincingly in Parliament against a surprise candidate who was also nominated, Julius Malema of the far-left Economic Freedom Fighters. Mr. Ramaphosa received 283 votes to Mr. Malema's 44 in the 400-member House. With the above voting results, current President Ramaphosa, 71 years old, will continue to serve another 5-year term. Mr. Ramaphosa will be sworn in next week in the Pretoria capital, and then he announced his new cabinet. In his first speech to the nation after being re-elected, Mr. Ramaphosa called South African people to work together. He pledged to lead the country with a high sense of responsibility and serve all people.
In terms of
As June 14 local time, a Cooking delegation of Nghệ An province led by Mr. Tai Thanh Quý, a member of the party Central Committee, Secretary of Provincial Party Committee, just came to work in Hamburg, Germany.
Welcoming and working with the delegation were Dr. Martin Albers, representative of the Ministry of Economy and Innovation of Hamburg State, Germany, Mr. Ian James, Vice President of Asia-Pacific Region of Hamburg Port Consulting Company, HPC, belongs to the Hamburger Hafen und Logistik AG Group, HHLA. At the meeting, Mr. Ian James, Vice President of HPC Asia-Pacific Region, informed the delegation about the activities of HHLA Group. This is a multinational corporation operating in the seaport field. HPC company has consulted for more than 1,700 projects in 135 countries around the world. The company also participated in consulting for Kuala Port, Vietnam. For his part, Ngayan Provincial Party Secretary Ho Than Quai said that Ngayan has formed a seaport system. The province currently has 20 ports with a length of about 3.5 kilometers. The province is also conducting the process of building a deep-water seaport, expected to start construction this year. The provincial party secretary hopes that Ngayan province and deep-sea port investors in Ngayan will connect with HPC in the future. Then, provincial party secretary Tai Thanh Quai and his delegation paid a visit and listened to the introduction of the operating procedures of Hamburg Port. Hamburg Port is the largest port in Germany, the second busiest in Europe, after Rotterdam Port, Netherlands, in terms of container throughput. Hamburg Port is also ranked 11th largest in the world.
Upcoming are some updated news.
Starting from June 15th, gold businesses must implement electronic invoices connected to the tax authorities, or else their licenses will be withdrawn. This is the direction of Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh at the meeting on monetary policy and fiscal policy. In addition, the Prime Minister also requested to continue to carefully review and summarize the implementation of the government's decree on management of gold business activities, strengthen inspection, and strictly handle violations. Currently, more than 12,500 businesses across the country participate in gold and silver trading and processing activities. Over 5,000 households and individuals process gold. 100% of businesses have applied electronic invoices.
On the morning of June 15th, more than 2,000 candidates took the 10th grade exam to enter Vinh University High School. In the morning, candidates take the general test in multiple choice format with a duration of 100 minutes. The annual entrance exam for grade 10 at Vinh University High School attract candidates from Nga and Ha Tin provinces. According to the plan, the school will recruit 385 candidates into 10 classes of 7 specialized subjects for the 2024-2025 school year. In the afternoon of the same day, the candidates took the exams in math, physics, chemistry, biology, and literature in the form of essays on paper. English subjects combine multiple choice and essays, and computer science subjects are tested on computers.
Pleiku City, Gia Lai Province of Vietnam is honored to be one of 4 units worldwide to receive the Bloomberg Philanthropies Initiative Award for Excellence in Global Road Safety, Breakthrough in Speed Management category with the project Reduce Speed, Safe Schools. The Bloomberg Philanthropies Initiative Award for Excellence in Global Road Safety was held in New York, USA. The award recognizes outstanding achievements in policy implementation and the political determination of countries to make roads safer.
Nghệ An province goods export is at risk of stagnation due to the increase in the sea container shipping rates since March. Many large-scale manufacturing enterprises have signed orders with many partners around the world, but they have not been able to export shipments because of an increase in freight rates.
This is the superfine stone powder warehouse of Central Mineral Joint Stock Company with a volume of 1,000 tons. These goods were purchased by Indian customers. However, this batch of ultra-fine stone powder cannot be transported to customers because of an increase in sea transport costs. From early March 2024 until now, the freight price per container increased from $500 USD to $3,000 United States dollars.
The high shipping prices have seriously affected our company's production and business activities. According to forecasts, sea freight rates will likely increase.
Many Nga enterprises exporting goods by international intermodal container ships are in a state of product stagnation due to the increase in the sea transport service fees to the US, Europe, India, and Bangladesh.
We received the order, but then we had to cancel the order because container freight rates suddenly changed within a week.
Nearly 400 enterprises in Nga and province export goods to 152 countries and territories around the world. However, the high sea freight charges have become a burden for them. According to experts, the Red Sea crisis and a few other reasons have caused sea container shipping rates to increase. Therefore, in the long term, Vietnam needs to have a policy to build and develop a strong fleet of ships operating on international routes under the Vietnamese brand.
The last story to end our program today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye and see you later.